Ashley Anderson, and I grew up in Michigan. I moved down to Southwest Florida in 2020. I moved down with an interior design degree and a construction management degree. I was a kitchen and bathroom designer at first, and I just decided to have a career switch one day, and I went to aesthetic school, and I started doing eyelash extensions.
Okay.
From there, I then opened up my own little salon suite and worked there for a couple of years, and then Jacqueline found me and she recruited me over to Skin Deep at the time, and I walked in. I initially fell in love with it, and I started right away with Skin Deep, and then from there we worked for about a year, and we were approached by the previous owner that she wanted to sell, and I looked at Jacqueline and I asked her if she wanted to partner up, and she said yes without any hesitation, and here we are 3 years deep, Skin Deep.
Awesome. And Jacqueline, so you were already at Skin Deep?
Yes, I was there for 3 years.
Okay.
Prior to us purchasing it.
Yeah, and what were you doing there? Like what services were you
Pretty
providing?
much exactly what I do now in terms of the lasers and aesthetics. I just had such a passion for it, and same thing, just flipped one day and said, I want to do what makes me happy.
Right.
And what makes other people happy. And so I just jumped on the aesthetics train like many people have and never looked back, and it's been great for us.
Yeah. And you reached out to Ashley to join you at Skin Deep, and this was prior to there was another owner there, so
Correct.
Yeah.
It wasn't with the idea to buy it or anything like that, right?
I filled the gap of the services they didn't offer.
Got it.
So I was doing lash extensions, which was a service they didn't offer, and I was also doing microblading of eyebrows, which they didn't offer.
For Skin Deep.
I was doing it at my own salon suite, and then at Skin Deep, yes.
Okay.
They wanted me because they didn't offer those services.
Okay. And when you joined Skin Deep, did you still have your place, or you said, I'm gonna go work for Skin Deep? Like, how did that?
Started with just renting a room,
Okay.
and then any leads that came through with Skin Deep, the percentage was worked out differently. But if it was any of my clients, they would cash out through me, and I would be dealing with them when it came to their service renderings.
Okay. And the reason why I asked that is because I think that partnerships are great if everything is communicated properly, right? And usually that's where partnerships kind of fall off a little bit. But it's also a long-term goal in a partnership, right? Because I believe, like, if you have your own place, sometimes most people are very like transaction value based, like I want to get rich today type of thing, not the long-term game. So that's interesting that you made that change. And so how did it come about? Like, how did you guys like purchase Skin Deep? What was this? Is there a story behind that?
There is. So the previous owner was going through, just some outside of work things, and was getting it's a lot to run a business of that magnitude. As we all know, running a business in general is difficult to do, and to run something, like I said, of that magnitude is really hard. So she was kind of ready to pivot in her own way in life, and be able to just kind of branch out and enjoy her life the way that she wanted to. So she started exploring the idea of selling the business, and we kind of felt like we were the most obvious choice to take it over, from a services standpoint, what we could offer, but also just what we brought to the table as individuals, as owners. Like, one thing we've always said is that Ashley's strengths are my weaknesses, and vice versa. So we work really well together. We had a mutual respect for each other. So we knew that if we fell into that, we would fall in stride.
Right.
So we just went ahead and took the leap in March of 2020, no less.
2020.
Probably wouldn't recommend doing that, but
right.
It worked for us. We just hit the ground running and never stopped.
Awesome. And I'm very curious about this, because I feel like it's good advice to share for people that maybe want to get into the industry, or kind of make that next step in in their career, like to keep scaling or keep growing what they're doing. Let's say you rented out that room, right? If and you get a lead from Skin Deep, that same lead, if they want other services from you, do they go through Skin Deep, or is that
Yes, they could still have gone through Skin Deep because I'm still a licensed esthetician, so I can.
So it has to go through Skin Deep because Skin Deep made that connection?
Correct. Or if they came through the door, or they were on the website and looked on the website, or they were referred to Skin Deep, then it was a Skin Deep lead.
Got it.
Anyone pre-existing that I had of my own clientele was mine, and then any referrals based off of them or what I brought through the door on my own, like Instagram or website, then they were mine.
Got it. So if they come through Skin Deep, Skin Deep can't get cut out, pretty much, right? Like,
Not right now.
or prior, in that other situation.
No, they
Got
still
it.
would have to get,
Okay, perfect. Well, yeah, just wanted to know the logistics behind that a little bit. And what inspired you to pursue a career in the skincare industry? And can you share any significant moments or experiences that influenced your decision? I know you mentioned interior design, so
yeah, I would say more like the artsy side, or just seeing the beauty within people, and knowing that you really can take them and make a difference in the way that they feel about themselves with the education that you have and the services that you can provide to them, and just making women or men feel great about themselves, knowing that they had insecurities. It was just nice because I love to give back. And I just think it's just something that I had a talent for.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I can remember, I used to take paper plates and I would draw faces on them when I was like 3-4 years old, and I would just start like coloring them in with makeup and skincare, and I would get my hands on anything that I could. And I can't believe it's not something I pursued earlier in life. I feel like I probably should have, but didn't. But same thing, I'm a people person. I love making people feel good about themselves. It gives me more happiness than anything else does. So I just found a way to bridge those two things together. They were both passions of mine, and I was able to find a way to kind of marry them together.
Perfect. And did you do something were you in another industry prior, or was it always the skin?
I started exploring other industries prior, but never really landed on something. Nothing ever felt like home.
Right.
And I just didn't feel like I was being fulfilled.
Okay.
So then I just kind of fell into aesthetics. I remember going to my family one day and saying, I want to do this. I want to go to school for this. I want to explore this option. And that's not something my family has ever done. I come from a really big finance family, actually. So they were like, what do you want to do? And I was trying to explain it to them. I don't think they ever really understood what I did up until like a couple of years ago. But I was just like, I know that this is for me. I can feel it, and I want to follow that path and then just see what happens.
Nice. Well, this is a little bit of a broad question, but I'm interested to see what your opinion is. Why is skincare important?
There's so many
reasons. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a great question. Well, for me personally, I think it's important because if you're confident in how you look, if you feel good about yourself, I think you bring more good into the world. Confident people are happier people are kinder people. It's just something that becomes very cyclical, and I think breeds better people. Right. So if you can take away someone's insecurity, it's a fixable thing. If I can come in and make you feel great about yourself, you're going to walk into a room differently than you would have before. So
yeah, I agree.
I think it is important.
Investing in yourself.
You are investing in yourself, definitely. It is an investment. Skincare is an investment.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Right. And what are your thoughts on all the new technology in today's day?
Bring all the lasers.
Yeah, I love lasers. I mean, let's be honest. Some of them with all new technology with everything. Some are better than others.
Yeah.
You know, some things kind of spit out too quickly,
Right.
you know, before they really perfect it. But if you can get your hands on a good new piece of technology, it's just it's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And definitely the body contouring is a really big one for
Body
machines.
contouring, yeah.
Body contouring now. So that's always gotta have yourself one of those machines.
Right.
It's Florida.
Yeah, exactly.
90% of the time you're in a bathing suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And what are some tips that you can share to have a good skincare routine?
Ooh, consistency is key.
Yeah.
Consistency is key. Get yourself on a regimen and stay on it.
And get yourself a good SPF. Definitely
Yeah.
SPF.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Florida.
I hear that a lot.
Yes.
So when you say SPF, that's every day?
Every day.
Every day, really?
Every day.
And they've created great SPFs at this point, especially mineral-based SPF. You want something that's going to deflect the UVA and UVB rays off of the surface of the skin, so it's not going to penetrate into the skin, the sun. And they come with tinted ones now, so girls can wear it like foundation.
And there's melanocyte inhibitors now inside of these sunscreens, which is great. Also, because a big misconception is that you need to be having sun exposure to be having damage. But heat itself stimulates melanocytes. We live in Florida. We get into a hot car.
Right.
Yeah.
Something pops up, hormones. There's a ton of different things that factor in to what can cause the damage on the skin. So if you just protect yourself every day, you're going to be golden.
Okay, great. And do yearly seasons impact your skincare routine?
Of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In the winter, we tend to be a lot more dry. So you're going to need to create that lipid barrier. Yeah, you need to be packing on a little bit extra moisture. Summertime, especially in Florida, it's very humid, very hot, very humid. So you're not going to need as much moisture, but you might need...
Sunscreen.
Always need sunscreen. Always need sunscreen.
Even
Sunscreen is 365.
Yes,
Oh,
even in the
yes.
winter.
Even when you're not exposed to the sun. Like if you're sitting in front of a computer all day, there are rays. If
It's
you
free radicals.
yeah.
All over.
Yep.
Right.
Airplanes.
Definitely.
That's a big one. Skiers. You know, if you
Even your
you
cell
hop on a
phone.
mountain.
Really?
Your
Oh,
cell
yeah.
phone will give you, definitely.
Wow. So,
Absolutely.
like, SPF is... I feel like a lot of people don't wear SPF.
I know.
And you
they
can
should.
tell the ones that don't.
I know. We do a lot of IPLs for a reason. That people are not wearing SPF. But yeah, I feel like you're going to leave here and like go home and buy
Oh, yeah.
SPF.
The worst is spring break around here, and you see the girls that are just so fried and red, and you're just like, oh my gosh, the sun is so much worse down here. And I really do think people don't realize how much worse the sun is down here.
Yeah. And it will, like, burn you up. Like,
Yes,
bad.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And, okay, so last question. What would you like to share about yourself or your business that people should know? Maybe you have specials or just new services or new machines. Something that you'd like to just touch on and talk about a little bit.
Well, I think our biggest thing that people should know about our business is just how we look at everyone who walks in the door. To us, you are family. We are going to treat you like such because we really, truly look at you that way. We grow to care so much about you. I mean, to the point Ashley just went to a client's wedding on Saturday. And she had it was a really small wedding.
It was a small wedding, and I was surprised I was even invited. And
Yeah.
I've known her since 2014.
Since working on her.
Yeah.
Like that's, we just
2014.
care
You
about
literally
everybody.
become family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or my other client
Yeah.
that
That's
invites me
9
over.
years, right? Yeah. 9 years.
Yeah. I mean, our biggest thing is, we always say this, we want your head to be held higher when you walk out than it was when you came in. And anything we can do to cultivate that experience for you, that's our main goal. That's exactly what we're going to do. But that's outside of just the services that you render on someone. That's getting to really know them.
Right.
What are their goals? Why are they here? And then that leads into a much deeper conversation, and we start to really know who you are as a person, not just who you are as the face that's coming in and what you want treated.
So that customer service, that customer
Absolutely.
relationship, especially in today's
very
market,
important to
right?
us.
Where it's a very saturated space. Right?
Yes, and it becomes a burn and turn where you are a number or you
Right,
are
exactly.
a wallet.
Yeah.
And we don't want to
don't.
look at you like that because to us, that's not why we're here. That's not why we do what we do.
Right.
And it's been really important to us that we've never lost sight of that. Because I think you easily can. And with this industry, it has such a vain kind of undercurrent to it that people think that that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be, and it doesn't have to be.
Right.
It can be if you make it that, but we try and kind of steer away from that mentality.
Yeah, and I think that's what separates businesses, and especially in for long-term clients. Like, I think you can open up a business in this space, or in this with these services, but and you will get clients. But how long can you retain, or is that going to be a long-term client?
Right.
I think it says a lot. 9 years wedding.
Yeah, I mean,
client.
it's a
That's a long-term
competitive. It's
client.
competitive, but we also designed our team and our business motto as how we want to be treated when we go somewhere. So we also want to portray that onto our clients. But like I said, it's a very competitive med spa world, and we're not here for turn and burn. We're here for longevity with our clients, and we will never have a service that we offer that we know does not work.
Right.
We will never just bring something on because down the street they have it and they may like it. We have to know that it works. We have to love it and know that no one's going to walk out of our door and be like, that didn't work.
Right.
We have a huge vetting process between products and services. It takes us a really long time to bring something on board, and that's why we are definitely not a laser salesperson's favorite business because we really do take our time and we vet everything is tried on us to focus groups. I mean, we really take our time to pick what we are going to attach our name to, but we do that for a reason because we don't want someone coming in and investing in something and then being disappointed.
Because they're our walking advertisement.
Yes.
Exactly.
I mean, and that's why it's important to treat our clients the way that we do. I always say, roll out that red carpet service for anyone that walks through that door. Because they are the ones that will talk about us to everybody else. And the best compliment you can have is a referral.
Yeah, definitely.
It is.
Well, I love that. I love all that. Especially, it sounds like you guys have really great company culture within your
I think
establishment.
what's great about us too, that I love about Jacqueline, is there was no hesitation about her and I becoming partners because we literally came from the same core values. And I feel like we had the same upbringing, so it just was meant to be. It clicked.
Right.
So
Well, that's great to see.
yeah.
Especially, I think business is tough. Right, just business alone is tough.
Oh, yeah.
So then partnerships, it can either make things a lot. And no matter what, even if you have a great partnership, it's still
There's hiccups.
There's
Absolutely,
hiccups,
yeah.
but it sounds like you guys have an awesome partnership.
Each
a great
person's
company.
delegated to what they do,
Yes.
and that's it.
Delegating, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love
but
that.
it's also a respect thing too. Like,
Right.
I know I wouldn't be able to do it without her.
Same.
There are things that I 100% need her for. Like, I mean, there's been times where what if you die. Like, we're like, what would we do? Because there's just no way to do it without each other. Like, we're so, we are the veins that make, everything kind of come together, but it's taken both of us.
We also work on clients full time too. So we're not just like running a business and, working with our employees. We're back in these rooms and we're working all day with these clients too.
Right.
So there's a lot of after hour work that we have to work on too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.